What's up, my fellow Life Path 11s? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today making another video for you guys. It's been a little while because I've been treading the path, basically. So I haven't really made any videos since the one that was titled The Point of Change. And today, basically, I want to talk about where I feel, at least for myself, the next part of the path, or what the next part of the path is. And I'm going to title it, I've gone blank now because I was just about to reveal this next chapter. It's called The Wave of Momentum. I feel like right now I need to ride the wave of momentum. So that is sort of where I'm at. I'm on a wave of momentum. And basically, you know, like within the Life Path 11 journey, I would say there's the beginning phase where you maybe find out you're a Life Path 11 and oh my God, that information for you is so powerful because you feel like suddenly you understand yourself on so many more levels and you're like, oh, this is what I feel inside of me. I know that I'm here for something big, or I feel like I'm here for something big. I feel like I'm here to do something. And, you know, like you're always, I think you're striving for that maybe always, or you feel aware of that. But it doesn't necessarily, I mean, for me, it didn't necessarily go the places that I wanted it to go. And I've always strived for something, but I'm still in that process of trying to create my success within what it is that I want to do, though that thing that I want to do has changed, if that makes any sense. So when I was younger, I was striving for success in an area, and then I'm now striving for success always. I'm always striving for success, but I'm now in a different area in which I'm striving for that success, which life reveals to you, you know, what it is that you really want to do and the direction that you want to head in. And it's still revealing like new things to me now, and new directions and things that I would like to share with the world. So yeah, but this phase is called the wave of momentum, and I'm going to talk about what the wave of momentum is. So the last video I made was called the point of change, right? And what I feel the point of change is, you know, you find out you're a Life Path 11 and you go through all those little mini challenges and those ups and downs and those, you know, you feel like there's something destined for you, but maybe you're not reaching that point. And that's all a learning curve. That is like an absolute learning curve. And what that does, that chapter or that part of the process, whether this is for Life Path 11s or for everybody, that part of the process teaches you about the characteristics that you need to develop on this journey in order to really achieve what it is that you want to achieve in life. It teaches you to become consistent. It teaches you to face fears. It teaches you to reprogram your subconscious behavior patterns. It teaches you about who you want to be and who you don't want to be. It shows you your strengths and your weaknesses, and, you know, like, it teaches you, I guess, because we're wise, you know, we want to grow. It teaches you about growth and how to work on those strengths and those weaknesses. And yeah, I just think that phase is quite a long phase because there's a lot of development that you've got to do within that phase. So that's like almost like a learning phase, a developmental phase. And to be honest, that occurs in the background all the time, right? Growth and development. It's not something that is subject to a certain part in time. I think that is something that occurs throughout time, but it is heavily felt within that first portion of life, because you're not even a master at learning yet, yeah, but you actually can become a master at learning in those early phases, and that makes learning a lot easier in the later phases of life. So yeah, so you do that, you go through that developmental process and that phase, and then the next thing that I was speaking about was the point of change. And I feel like that is a point in which you have developed those characteristics that you need. My cat's in heat, so she's like really affectionate right now, so excuse that. But yeah, you've essentially built those characteristics, you've understood those characteristics, you've understood yourself, you've reflected on yourself, you've understood your ego, you've taken on board the lessons, you've worked at it, you kind of maybe even have a sense of direction in which you want to go in, you've been giving these things the time, the effort, and yeah, maybe they just suddenly start paying off a little bit and you feel like, oh, you know, things are changing. Like, I feel ready. I feel like a new person. And maybe like me feeling like a new person is showing me some small results. So I feel like that is this point of change where you actually have perhaps deconstructed yourself, self-reflected, deconstructed yourself, and then rebuilt yourself, or understood certain energies and started to harness those powerful energies a lot more. That doesn't mean you don't have any problems, any dramas, anything going on that you're struggling with, but it means that you have developed a set of characteristics to deal with and confront those things that you need to confront and that you need to deal with, and you are on the path of learning and growing, and you are that person that's ready to take on the next chapter of your life. So that's the point of change. And then finally, I think this is a slow thing. You know, you reach that point of change, you start feeling happy with who you've become, and you're like, yeah. And then you start acting as that person, or you start expressing that person, or those characteristics are so strongly embedded in you that you can't help but start creating some new experiences and some new circumstances. And these circumstances and experiences might not necessarily be uber successful straight away, but they are new. And that is the powerful thing, whether it's promotions, whether it's new people, whether it's going out into the world and exploring a new career path or hobby or interest, basically. I just feel like that point of change brings newness to your life, right? And then you enter the phase, or I've entered the phase, which I'm calling the wave of momentum. And that is where you apply those characteristics for a period of time, and actually it feels like now the universe is really working in your favor, and you're actually getting some positive feedback or some momentum that is taking you in the direction that you actually want to go in. And that is the wave of momentum. And that at that point, this is the point in which I feel like, right, this wave of momentum is occurring, and I need to ride that. And so I've got these characteristics and these strengths, and now I'm going to hammer them into this chapter, essentially, because I want to ride that wave of momentum. And I'm hoping I'm correct in my theory. It feels like I am. Intuitively, it feels like I feel like this is right. But you never know. I could be wrong. We'll see. Like, only time will really reveal what occurs on this path. But that is literally how I'm feeling. So I don't know if any of you have felt that. If any of you are feeling that. If any of you are riding this wave of momentum that I am riding right now. But if you have, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel. We are Life Path 11s. This is collective. I see you always dropping comments on my Life Path 11 videos, and it's wicked. Everybody's out there talking to everybody in the comment section, and you know, sort of encouraging everybody, and that's beautiful. So yeah, let's talk. What is this wave of momentum? Are you feeling it? Have you felt it? Are you coming towards it? What are your thought processes on that? Do you know what comes next? But yeah, so anyway, I wanted to make that video just as an update of like where I feel like I am on the path. And for me, I am making music and poetry, and it is you know, I would like to achieve some success in that, and then move on to more public speaking, talking about how to, you know, face fears, and how to grow, and how to learn, and how to, you know, become your best version. That is like, that's the ultimate end goal. But I love creativity as well, and I express in that way. And basically, yeah, that is, I'm trying to achieve something within the creative field, within the creative field, really. So that is what I'm doing, and I feel like basically the wave of momentum is happening in that area, as well as actually on YouTube too. So yeah, let's ride that wave. Yeah, I think that is basically all I had to say on this topic. But if you're a Life Path 11, guys, keep going. Even if you're not a Life Path 11, keep going, keep striving, keep working, keep pushing, keep learning, keep growing, because it's just the most powerful thing that you could ever do. And you know, even if the vision that I have never comes to fruition, which I really obviously hope it does, and I consistently work towards, like, learning and growing through that is so powerful. And, you know, I would end life a very wise individual, which that's pretty cool in itself. So anyway, with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, appreciate it. Appreciate your time on my channel, appreciate your views, appreciate your comments in the section below. I hope everything goes well for you. I hope you're learning and growing lots, and have an amazing day, week, month, year, and I will see you in the next video. You're right.